And Cohen even admitted he made money by publicly criticizing his former boss. Cohen claims he was following Trump's orders when he paid Stormy Daniels to stay silent about her alleged 2006 affair with Trump.
Fox's Brooks Singman. Slovakia's Prime Minister Robert Fico said to be in stable condition, out of surgery after an assassination attempt shot in the stomach and arm at an event outside a cultural center.
Police have a suspect in custody, with Slovakia's interior minister saying there's a clear political motivation behind the attack. Fico was re-elected last year on a pro-Russia, anti-US populist platform.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. The assassination attempt is condemned by President Putin and Russia's President Putin. America's listening to Fox News.
97.1 WSME.
Live and local. Real Talk starts now.
Wonderful, wonderful Thursday. It is Thursday, so happy it's Thursday day. Is that correct? Huh?
What is it? Something Friday Eve or something?
Yeah, it's
Weekend
Friday.
Eve? Or
Yeah, it's Friday Eve. According to our wonderful little buddy there, Timmy, it is Friday Eve. I'm Rayford Brown.
I'm Kelly Knapp.
I'm Lee Barrows.
And there we go. We're back on the air again. In spite of what a few people would like to see, I'm sure.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I started to say, what?
We have our
a tendency to ruffle feathers occasionally, but
sometimes when we ruffle them, they come by and want to smooth them out. That's always nice too. So today, you can't answer this, Lee, because you've got a preview. You know what today is?
yes, I'm not answering. I'm not answering.
It's Thursday. It's May 16th.
In history.
Oh, in history.
Well, it's not the Civil War.
It's observing a special event today that this year, every year this day. It's a special day. Well, let me give you another hint.
Give me a hint.
Son-in-law came in this morning, and I asked him, and he didn't know.
Well, I wasn't here when he came in.
I know that, but Marty should have known.
That's your hint.
Some kind of barbecue thing.
National Barbecue Day.
Okay.
All across the entire United States of America, it's National Barbecue Day, a day that people in different states say they make the best barbecue, and they fight about it. I expect to see Civil War break out every year on this date. Just in North Carolina, those of us in the eastern part know our barbecue, due for the most part to the sauce. We have the absolute best barbecue across the country, maybe even around the world, in my personal opinion. And I'm not biased or prejudiced. Kansas City is one of the places they list 4 basic locations. Kansas City, a variety of beef and pork cuts are slow cooked with a tomato and molasses-based sauce. That's one. You got the Carolina barbecue.
The best.
Slow roasted pork is cooked with a sauce with a vinegar and ketchup-based combination, or a variation of that, always including vinegar. Memphis. They dry rub their pork, cook it slow and low, absorbing the smoky barbecue flavors. And then we go down to Texas. Beef. They got cows. They don't know what a pig is down there. Beef is slow cooked in smoker grills and topped with a smoky dry rub.
Okay.
So we got in North Carolina, we got 2 different regions here. We got that on the right side, and then we got the left-leaning group of individuals. The right side is basically the vinegar-based sauce. The other side is, I'm not sure what it is. Anybody know? Lexington style, whatever they want to call it. I'm not sure exactly where the border is up in your neck of the woods. Kelly, where did the line draw?
We have vinegar base up there, though.
Okay.
So
it must be to
but
the
it's
left
a little
of that.
bit different. Next time I go up there, I'll bring you some fuzzies, and it's a brand. It's a local brand up there. They have
I thought it was a
it's sold in the
something.
stores up there. It's a brand. The guy's nickname was Fuzzy.
Fuzzy. Okay. Good.
Yeah, it's very well known up in that area. I will bring you some. You give me a
Okay, y'all,
verdict.
but give me your thoughts. I know we got such a wide variety of individuals here locally, from all parts of the country and some parts of the other parts of the world. What is your preference? What do you? I mean, be honest. You know, if you grew up here, you know what is real. If you grew up somewhere else, you know what they claim is real.
Right.
So what do you think?
Well, I like ours. Like what Marty makes
Yep.
in the local restaurants with the vinegar sauce.
Well, we used to put it when we had this thing once a year. Robbie and I threw this little party once a year for the fishing club. And of course, we got barbecue. And one year, probably the last year we did it, or maybe the second to the last year, Robbie got about 4 different types of sauces and put out and let people pick what they wanted. The majority picked the
vinegar.
Carolina barbecue, but
Carolina.
and they weren't all from here. The fishing
Right.
club is made up from people all over the country. So I figured that was a pretty good sampling. They a lot of them tried it all, but they all came back to the vinegar base. Not all, most of them did. So, anyway, if y'all got a preference, I'd like to hear from you this morning. 910-333-0139. We'll put that in there mixed of all the other stuff we got going on.
Yep.
And boy, there's a lot going on.
Oh,
First of
yeah.
all, weather.
Did it rain?
I don't know. It hollered and woke me up, said, I'm coming to get you. Thunder and lightning.
We've talked about the weather radios and
Well,
they work.
You ready for this one?
Yes.
Coincidentally, I think that would be the right word, not ironically, but coincidentally, I was headed over to the Pig down there in Swansboro yesterday
Right.
to get a couple of weather radios because I missed out 2 weeks ago because they sold out. Good thing I went when I did. They were almost sold out then. They had to go into the back storeroom to get more boxes.
I saw it on the afternoon news and the stack was small.
Yeah,
I was
really
like,
small.
whoa.
So anyway, I left from here. It rained on my way to Swansboro yesterday. I was down to 35 miles per hour at top end at times. Cars in front of me had their flashers on. I had to go up to 17 North yesterday before I went to Swansboro. So I'm already up yonder. So I'll just go ahead and go on up to Belgrade area and cut through. Well, I got up to Deppy Road and sign says Belgrade, Swansboro, cut off that way.
Yeah.
So I took that route.
I don't like
It
that
ain't
road.
shorter.
I don't like that road.
It's
No,
not shorter.
It's so curvy.
I could have gone by way of Wilmington and gotten there faster.
I do believe it adds miles. It's so
It
curvy. and
is
winding.
longer because I did put the odometer thing on there and checked it. It is significantly further than going out to 24 and going that way. And on the way there, just about the time I left good old US 17, it came down. And my fastest windshield wiper speed was barely keeping up with it.
Yeah.
In between the swipes, you could stay far enough back from that car, and of course it had its flashers on too. Holy moly!
It did several times yesterday throughout the afternoon and
And
evening.
as slow as I went along that road, nobody was dumb enough to try to pass me. Thank you, motorists.
Thank you.
I'm sure that would have been a mess out there. And puddles along that shoulder. Oh my! On the edge of the highway, I hit one of them, and I'm like, okay, hold on. You got to hold both hands.
Yes.
Because
It's scary.
that one, because only the right wheels hit the puddle.
Mhm.
The others were trying to go normally.
That's
That's even worse
That's
because it
frightening.
starts pulling you every which way at that time. So
You
anyway,
get that jerk and
yeah. So anyway, I had to drive that car. I didn't let the car drive me. That Jeep was.
Right.
I was manhandling the Jeep. So finally got there, and Donnie Cox was there, and then miraculously the rain kind of just stopped to just a slight drizzle, sprinkles. It wasn't even a drizzle. And so I went in first thing. I said, I got to get radios. I'll be back in a minute. So I got my radios, came out, and the guys from the Ham Club were there. Of course, I've programmed these radios before, and I programmed one I bought a few weeks ago, and it works great, no problem. So I said, well, yeah, y'all want me to program this? He asked me. And I said, sure, go ahead. So they did it for me.
They're
It takes
good.
about a minute to program one of those
They
radios.
they
by the
did
way.
mine so fast. I was like, wow.
And left from there, and the sun was shining. I got home. The sun was shining. Some light, whispery clouds up there, white ones just.
Which is not necessarily a good thing when you have thunderstorms
No,
heading
no.
away.
Yep. And then I got the radios inside, and I plugged them in. Lord of mercy.
Yeah.
I know they work
Mhm.
because they went off time and again and again and again and again. And this is, but it's still the sun was shining, but they were predicting bad stuff. I said, well, maybe
I
they got
had
it right.
actually was doing some stuff and laid my head down and fell asleep
I was
when the
worried.
first time it went off. I jumped up and my heart was racing.
Well, that's the good thing in the
Getting
middle
used
of,
to it,
in the
though.
middle of the night, in case there is a severe, like a severe thunderstorm, they don't set it off for thunderstorm warnings.
Right.
Those things are normal. But severe, one that could spawn other stuff, or one
Right.
that has, and this one, one of them we got last night was indeed producing hail
Yes.
because it was coming down
when-
and bouncing off the sunroof.
When I heard that one come out and it said it was a hail big enough to damage vehicles, I put my truck in the garage.
Did you?
I went out and backed it into the garage. And I took it back out about midnight last night. But I was just like, no. Mm-mm.
Well, it's so funny when it was sun was shining. I went out and mowed the back swamp back there just to get rid of the weeds because it had grown kind of high, and I'd been putting it off. So I did it, got that done. And it didn't take long before the rain started, so the weeds are probably up there again by now.
Hey, I got to make a correction on something we were talking about yesterday. We were talking about Holly Ridge and the Liberty Festival.
Uh-huh.
Theirs is not on 4th of July.
Oh, it's-
Remember, they changed it to Labor
that's
Day.
right, I did because
And when
everybody
you
else has
said
got
that
one.
yesterday, when we were talking about it yesterday, I
I
thought to
forgot about
myself, I'm not sure that's right, but checked and it is.
Okay, so after
So-
Liberty Festival is the next thing coming up for them. I'm sure that they'll
Labor
be
Day.
celebrating the 4th some way or another.
Oh, I'm sure
Locals
too.
will
But
do
you
it,
know,
but
I kind of like it that they moved that, but every town is doing it on the
yeah, well,
4th.
they, Surf City does it on or about the 4th of
Yes.
July. I can't remember. Holly Ridge did
Right.
it on or about the 4th of July. And then we've got Jacksonville doing it. Then we've got Camp Lejeune doing it.
That's
we've
right.
got, and then
I kind of
Swansboro.
like it.
I
Gives you
don't-
something to look forward to.
Swansboro had to move theirs one 4th of July, and I think they moved it to the Wallet Festival for the fireworks
I think,
display.
yeah, that wasn't that the year that the warehouse that they get the fireworks
Yeah, it
from
blew up.
caught fire,
Mhm.
blew up.
So anyway, there are all sorts of festivals up and down our 4th of July oriented festivals.
Right,
So,
right.
we,
Yes.
It's always interesting. But we'll see about this year.
Right. Anyway,
Got
yeah,
plenty of
look
time.
forward to that one too.
Yeah, and that's another one we can deal with.
Yes.
Okay, what else is happening?
What else is happening? They have finally released the 2 chemicals that caused the evacuation
Yeah.
scare
Yeah,
the other day. Zinc phosphate was mixed with sulfuric acid,
it was a.
which does cause a chemical reaction, but I didn't take chemistry, so don't ask me.
Yeah, I took chemistry, or it took me, so it didn't work out.
Kelly would know. She's smart.
Zinc orthophosphate.
Mm-hmm.
It was in a storage tank containing sulfuric acid. Bad combination. They tell me anything
Right.
with sulfuric acid is bad.
Oh, I imagine.
But when they did it, of course, it was all contained in this one storage container,
Right.
even the mixture of bad stuff. So, as a matter of absolute good for them, because I don't know, and they probably weren't aware right away what was going to happen inside that jug. Explosion? I don't know.
Well, I wouldn't have been near it. Mm-mm.
But anyway, they evacuated a chunk of the area
Right.
around that area, which is good, smart. Happened
Right.
about 11 o'clock in the morning, and I guess people came home around 5,
Yes.
clear to release it.
Yes.
And they had monitoring stations, people with the monitor people out there. I don't know whether
They
they're
had
dressed in
hazmat. They had EPA also.
They brought Wilmington
Right.
Fire Department's hazmat team in.
Yeah.
So that was pretty.
I heard they brought the
interesting.
base in too, but I'm
That's a
not
good
sure.
possibility.
I'm not sure.
But they had the area cordoned off, and they had monitoring people all over that region.
Still yesterday.
Yeah, so make sure everything's good. The 2 chemicals in the water treatment process had been unintentionally mixed by a private transport contractor. Both were contained in that storage tank. People were allowed to come home on Tuesday afternoon, about 5 o'clock or something like that. So they got the all clear, but they continued monitoring just in case. So all of that's well and good. All's well that ends well, right?
Yes, I mean it was I hate to say a great experience, but it was a good. I mean, if something like this is going to happen, and I'm sure that all the emergency agencies involved will sit down and go back over everything.
Well, they'll have a
and,
postmortem
yes,
knockdown, drag out,
but
no doubt.
I'll tell you what, they had it pretty well looked after. I mean, the other day, there was emergency vehicles everywhere, had everything blocked off. I mean, it was good to see that they were right on top of it. So
Absolutely.
kudos to them.
Okay, Dougie, topper of severe weather tip.
Okay.
Talking about perfect timing for it. As you're sure to have noticed over the past couple of weeks, those of us living in southeastern North Carolina can experience a variety of hazardous weather conditions all within about 5 minutes. Tornado warnings were issued Tuesday afternoon and evening. Severe thunderstorm alerts from the National Weather Service yesterday into the night. And all those activated my NOAA weather radios. I have all 3 of them set up to operate. If you want to know a cacophony of sounds, let 3 of them go off in the same room at the same time. Hopefully you've got one of those. If not, it's not too late. WCTI up there in New Bern, they're still doing some of these programming events. You'll have to check their website. They've done 2 here in Onslow County that they had scheduled was yesterday, but they've got them in other locations. You don't have to wait for their programming guys to get out there. These things are the new ones. You just follow a list of instructions without even reading the instructions on the menu board. If you get one, click menu first and start out and set your time. That's the first thing you do. Get the time set. Make sure you got batteries in it. But it's always a pleasant thing to know that, hey, I just got a warning that there's a storm over in Duplin County coming my way. Oh, but 5 minutes later, I got another warning of a storm. By the way, it's at Pumpkin Center. Whoa, that's up here about 3/4 of a mile away. So it's great to have that kind of advanced information. From hurricanes, tornadoes, even droughts and wildfires, Americans face conditions, sometimes severe conditions year-round. Many of the hazardous conditions are seasonal. Government agencies issue tips in advance to help us deal with severe weather. With tornadoes, severe lightning storms, flash floods, little advance notice is available. And when you get the alert on your radio, you don't have a lot of time to take action. First thing, make sure you have a working weather alert radio. If you need more assistance with that, let us know. I'll be glad to point you in the right direction. You can go to any number of stores. I do recommend one particular brand. I don't mind telling you what it is. Midland has been in the business for a long time. Next, develop a plan of action on what you and your family are going to do in the event of any kind of alert. For instance, should a tornado warning, meaning a tornado has been detected, if that happens, you will be told to take shelter immediately. You will hear that on your radio. You should do a bit of research and discuss with your family in advance where you should go if told to take shelter. A basement is good. Not a lot of basements in this area. The center portion of your sturdy home, first floor, away from windows, can work fairly well. Lists are available from the National Weather Service with suggestions on what to prepare for and how to do it. Now, John Starrs Electric wants to remind you that this is also a good time before hurricane season actually gets here to talk with the team about a Generac standby generator. If you've been around here for any length of time, you know that even mild hurricanes can wreak havoc with power transmission lines. Imagine everything that you count on every day being down for a day or 2, even 4 or 5 days. No way to cook, no lights in the dark of night, no air conditioning, no fans, no way to keep your cell phone batteries charged. A lot of the things we take for granted will be of no help when the power is out. Why not power up your life with a Generac standby generator from John Starrs Electric? When the lights go out the next time, you'll be glad you did. 910-989-1908. Call them today to set up an appointment with the team to discuss your needs. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back on the other side with our weather outlook.
Chris Rennie from Sports Talk. Tune in tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Our guest will be Riley Morton from Rock Creek Golf and Country Club. He'll be talking about the upcoming PGA Championship this weekend. Also talking about his dad, Rick Morton, and the Senior PGA Championship next weekend. We'll see you Friday morning on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Liberty Mutual presents How to Get Ahead at Work.
It's simple. Just ask for a meeting with your supervisor. While you're discussing the latest sales reports, just slip into the conversation that you customized your home insurance with Liberty Mutual and saved hundreds. Whoa! The business savvy you showed saving hundreds of dollars on home insurance will have you running seminars on saving money in no time.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com. Based on recent survey of new customers who switched and saved. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Jim Gaffigan here with some more Straight Talk. Let's take a moment to appreciate our sweet children, loving grandparents, and eternal soulmates. Now let's use them to save money on wireless. Because with the Straight Talk Silver Plan, you get 4 lines for just $25 a month with unlimited data and no contracts. So add those human pawns, loved ones, and save money. Thanks, kids. They're finally worth it. Straight Talk Wireless, available at Walmart.
Get 4 lines on Silver Unlimited for $25 per line per month, plus taxes and fees. For data management practices and additional terms, visit straighttalk.com.
A plan every adult family member should consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a loved one's funeral. Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of costs possible, and it's the best way to take an unpleasant task off the shoulders of the family. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1281.
With locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money. Be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbett Avenue in Swansboro.
This just in, I think there's been a prison break, and reports are saying it's the Scorcher. Yes, the Scorcher has escaped and is running rampant across Comfortville. Apparently, he's targeting innocent air conditioning units. Yeah, and wait a second. It seems that reports are flooding in of unfortunate citizens feeling uncomfortable, hot, and in extreme cases, I hesitate to say this on the air, people are even sweating. Wait a minute, we're now getting word there seems to be some sort of disturbance. Oh, Bryant Man is on the scene, and he has apprehended the Scorcher. All right. Tune in again for another tale of Bryant Man, always doing whatever it takes.
Call Down East Heating and Air Conditioning at 346-4311. Let them keep you comfortable this summer. Down East Heating and Air, serving our community for over 25 years. Down East can also help you with your home guttering needs. Call Down East today, 346-4311. Hey there, it's the new guy, Chris Hollywood Man, inviting you to join the Freedom Prize Patrol at National Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram on Marine Boulevard, right here in Jacksonville, this Friday from 4 to 6 p.m. Stop by and get a great deal on a new truck, Jeep, or the vehicle of your dreams. Now, as you get ready for the weekend, go ahead, swing up by the dealership, hang out with the Freedom Crew. We would love to see you with Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m., WSME.
It's live, local, real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Every weekday at this time, Community Prevention Services of Jacksonville sponsors the marine weather forecast. Very important for all sorts of folks out there, fishermen, boaters. Their forecast is vitally important. For all of us, our mental health is important. It should be. Whether you have some sort of issues with daily life, perhaps there are family or financial matters that keep you on edge. Maybe you're overly concerned about the future given the times we live in. And of course, for many of us in this community, PSD. Combat Marines know all too well about the stress in their jobs, but they're not alone. A tragic car crash, the daily onslaught of news events around the world, and boy, we got a lot of that these days, the loss of loved ones, all can result in PTSD. The trained professional staff at Community Prevention Services can help you work your way through your issues. And if you're concerned about the costs, just think about this. They accept most insurance plans. Their office is conveniently located at 918 Henderson Drive in Jacksonville. Of course, you can call and get additional information and schedule an appointment to talk with a team at Community Prevention Services. Their number, 910-353-0972. That's 9-353-0972. Offshore today, winds out of the north, 10 to 15 knots. Switching around to the northwest this afternoon, 5 to 10, seas 3 to 5 feet. 4-foot waves from the south every 7 seconds. Easterly 1-foot waves that are about 8 seconds apart and create a little bit of a washing machine effect. Tomorrow, northerly winds 5 to 10 knots, becoming southeasterly in the afternoon, seas 2 to 3 feet. And on Saturday, winds out of the south at 10 to 15 knots, seas 2 to 3. And the waves on Saturday going to be coming from the south, about 3 footers at 4 seconds, meeting easterly facing waves, 2 footers at 8 seconds, sounds in rivers a moderate chop.
Today, partly sunny, high of 80. Tonight, mostly clear, low of 58. Tomorrow, increasing clouds with a high of 85. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy, low of 64. And on Saturday, mostly cloudy, a high of 82 with a 70% chance of showers and or thunderstorms.
Oh, more rain.
Yeah.
Rayford, we have a question from one of our listeners for you. He wants to know, how do you stop the static on your weather radio?
Move it to a locate, put the antenna up, number one, and move it to a spot in your home, preferably near a window. That's where you're going to get the best. If all of that fails, you'll need to get an outside antenna. Those things, because a lot of homes are built with metal roofs, and you've got brick homes, and you've got block homes with reinforcing rods. You've got all sorts of metal that interfere with the signal coming from there.
And that's
also,
what I did.
On channel one on your weather radio, that is the closest weather radio transmitting station to us. If you put that on the north side of your house, put your radio on the north side of your house, that's where you're going to get the best signal on a window
That's
facing the
what
north.
I had to do with mine. I had to hang mine on the wall next to the window and fully extend the antenna because I have brick and metal roof.
Yeah, well, all of that interferes with the VHF weather signals.
It comes too clear now.
Now, you can buy a small antenna that I think they make them by Midland makes them or sells them anyway, but there are any number of them. If you've got any kind of a technical abilities, if there's an antenna connector on the back, is called an RCA phono antenna, phono jack. That has 2 conductors, a center conductor and an outside conductor. If you can get someone in the ham radio community to build you a small antenna using coax cable and have them connected to that, and the antenna can be part of the coax cable. You just skin back the wire, the braided, fold it over to come down about 18 inches long, come down the rest of the coax cable, and therefore you have a center conductor. You can hang it from some convenient location. Then you have an antenna, a vertical antenna. I would take it and switch it around when you got the radio on to both vertical and horizontal positions. Sometimes you get it better when it's laid down flat. Okay, how's that?
Very good. And something else I wanted to mention, Onslow County has got a cold red alert that you can sign up for. Go through the county website, and it's very, very good because they are right on it. I get their alerts before I get the National Weather Service on my phone. So anything that's happening in Onslow County, yes, this is for your phone.
Okay, on your phone, yes.
But they do, and the city of Jacksonville also sends out, like they kept sending out messages about the chemical spill, but the code red alert, I get phone calls and I get texts on my, so that was going off the whole time, the weather radio.
You get just totally confused.
I was well alerted.
Madam DJ.
Madam DJ. DJ Distortion.
Song containing lyrics, Behave.
I know that
Remember
song.
that song?
Yes.
No.
Oh, you'll Google it. You'll listen to it. You'll hear it. There's a song from, I think, the 60s. It could have been the early 70s containing those lyrics, Children Behave. Once I hear that song these days, I think about police. Maybe the cops at all of these universities where children are doing anything but behaving, maybe the cops should be playing over their big PA systems that song over and over again, aimed at those individuals.
Okay.
These kids, they're spoiled brats. They haven't grown up yet. At the University of California, Irvine, hundreds of anti-Israel protesters swarmed buildings and set up barricades in those buildings. Barricades that eventually will have to be removed at the expense of the little baby's parents. Law enforcement officers from numerous police agencies responded yesterday. Students who were acting like anything but human beings, were told to shelter in place. Oh, the students who were being like the human beings, they were told to shelter in place to keep from getting hurt. The good kids, stay away from this stuff. The mess suddenly erupted about 2:30 California time, and a UC Irvine spokesman said that the campus erupted into chaos after hundreds of protesters entered the physical science lecture hall on the California campus and began to barricade the building. Need to turn the water off, turn the electricity. That's what I would do.
That's what I would do.
I don't know what the laws are on campuses these days, but I thought that protesters who took over public buildings were arrested and jailed if they refused to refuse police orders to get off their butts and get out. If they fail to comply, there's always an opportunity to see how your canines perform under pressure. And this might be a good time to chunk out some tear gas that's been gathering dust since the last sins of the 1970s were going on. That stuff doesn't last forever, the tear gas. The U.S. Irvine administration canceled classes for the rest of the day. They'll continue monitoring the situation. Monitoring the situation? Give me a break.
Yeah, I was watching that last night, the arrest being
That's
made. I mean,
ridiculous.
this is going to end.
It's just absolutely dumb. Okay, yesterday in Kinston, a man driving what police say was a stolen car ran a red light, crashed into another car. 29-year-old Samad Williams of Willow Spring, a passenger in the car, was killed. The driver, 25-year-old Isaiah Johnson of Smithville, airlifted to ECU Health Medical Center in Greenville, where he remains in stable condition. The driver of the vehicle that was hit was treated and released. Okay, that's the good news. Police said the car driven by Johnson was traveling at a high rate of speed when it crashed the red light and struck the other car. Once Johnson is released from the hospital, he will take up residence at the Lodore County Detention Center, better known to most of us as the county jail. You ready for this, idiots? He faces not only traffic charges, possession of a stolen car, and murder charges.
Yes.
Not manslaughter. He's charged with murder.
Yes. They had a video of that on social media, too.
Didn't see any of that.
I saw it.
Well,
Phew, that was a rush. We had to get the dogs up.
yeah, got to secure them.
Yes.
The whole mess with Trump, the hooker, former Trump henchman, New York's DA, who's got it in for the former president, getting a little bit more ridiculous by the day. Donald's one-time lawyer. This is some stuff that came out yesterday I wasn't aware of. Michael Cohen was arrested and convicted and sentenced to prison for campaign finance violations, tax fraud, and bank fraud. He claimed he violated the laws because Trump asked him to. Kelly, here's what I want you to do, my dear. I want you to go to the bank and rob the bank for me. I'm asking you as a favor.
No.
Don't be looking at
Kelly,
me.
would you go over there to Belk's and go up and down the aisles and find some stuff for my size and bring me some clothes?
No.
Well, Mr. Cohen, he spent a couple of days, he's back there again today on the witness stand, telling one and all how bad Trump is and how he lied for Trump and agreed to pay Stormy Daniels $130,000 to shut up about an affair with Trump that she has denied. Then she's admitted it and acknowledged that she took his money and still ran him out. You can't even trust her like you thought you could.
Well, I just don't see the basis for either one of them testifying. I mean, are they credible?
Well, I just want to know, when they get up there and they lie, they're under oath. Mr. District Attorney, do your job.
Cohen's already admitted he lied.
Bring perjury charges against them. Why not? So Mr. Cohen's former legal advisor, I don't know if that means he was Cohen's attorney or not, but I assume not, says Cohen initially denied that Trump had anything to do with the Stormy hush money payoff, claiming that Cohen, took care of all that by himself. Robert Costello, a former federal prosecutor in the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York, explained he is able to discuss his interactions with Cohen because he waived the attorney-client privilege and the duty of loyalty of a lawyer to a client. That's apparently what Cohen did. Costello has been testifying before the House Weaponization Committee on Capitol Hill at the same time. Oh my, talk about coincidence, that Trump is on trial in Manhattan. What a screwed up world we live in. Okay, so either Trump is, as he claims, the target of political assassination, or he's cunning enough to create so much confusion that even folks who don't like him are questioning whether the charges against him have any merit at all and are anything but politically motivated. I can understand why so many of us feel that way. It's confusing.
I think
if you're a liar, Stormy's a liar. She said so. By her actions, she says so. She lied then she said no, she didn't lie this time. Cohen, I lied then, but I'm not lying now. But you're a liar.
Well,
how do you undo that?
You know, Stormy's husband said yesterday that if this case is lost, that they'll probably move out of country. I was
Stormy
like,
has got a husband?
Yeah.
Is it her own or somebody else's?
Oh, my.
She had a husband.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's moved.
They're legally married.
Yes,
to
and
each other.
he said that if he is found not guilty, they're moving out of the country.
Good. Don't wait. Just go ahead. Move. Some politicians who have been in office way too long think that voters will continue supporting them no matter how crazy they act. I've seen it. I've seen it on all levels, from national positions to local boards. Really doesn't matter which of the parties you profess to represent. It happens in all parties. Let's go to West Virginia. You ready? Y'all are not supposed to be passing notes in class.
Oh, no.
In West Virginia, there's a state senator there. His name is Craig Blair. He served as the state's president of the Senate. That's coming to an end. Seems the good senator, a Republican, gave a lot of support to a controversial bill that critics say will provide health care for illegal immigrants. You can go ahead and add at taxpayers' expense if you want to, because that's what's going to happen. There were other issues in Blair's reelection bid, but a man purporting to be a strong conservative who supports free health care for illegals. A strong conservative I am, but I support free health care to those people who sneak across our border. That's not a smart move. Tuesday, Mr. Blair lost to his primary challenger, Tom Willis, another Republican, of course. Stand For Us PAC, a group that has pledged to put at least $1 million into defeating incumbents who they deem weak on illegal immigration, says Blair lost because of his support of subsidizing health care for illegals. The PAC brags about spending more than $400,000 to defeat this guy. Seems like this should serve as a warning to other politicians who just don't listen to their constituents. I encourage, and I think we've seen that happen locally on school boards, county commissions. We saw it happen a few years ago, kind of like almost a clean sweep of the Board of County Commissioners here. We've seen it at all sorts of races. If you do not stand up and support your constituents once they have elected you to office, you need to be prepared to face the consequences. That means you can lose. Regardless of your personal viewpoint, if they elected you because of your political platform, and your political platform calls for you to be conservative or a liberal or whatever, and to support or not support certain issues, certain matters, and you do something, you do an about face, then you're two-faced. And be prepared to pay the consequences. It's as simple as that.
I agree, but I think the biggest news of the day, which we've not even touched yet, is Biden and Trump on a debate, June 27th on TV. Oh, they've already both agreed to it.
Well, yeah, but Biden agreed to it, but is he going to remember it? The biggest issue that got going so far that I've seen is going to be a podium we're going to stand behind, or we're going to sit down in chairs, or Biden's case, he's also proposing having a hammock there.
Well, Biden had a list of rules. Nobody can be in the audience. can't have third party something. I don't even couldn't try to figure out what that
Moderators.
even meant.
So they're going to sit there and chat it out.
There has, I mean, you got to have a question. I mean, otherwise,
They're going to, it's a debate. It's not
but when you debate, do you have a question asker?
not
A question
necessarily.
asker.
You
I
got
like
somebody
that.
asking the questions.
No, you don't. You can have each other debating
Well,
each
then
other.
Trump is going to overtalk Biden the whole
Absolutely.
time.
Don't you know it?
You need a moderator.
Well, Trump has hired the microphone guy. He's going to turn the mics off and on.
Well, Biden wanted the mics still to
Carry
be
a
off.
risk for both
Those
sides.
rules are
but-
stupid. I read those rules
It's
yesterday.
not going
I
to
was like,
happen.
This is dumb.
Okay, it's not going to happen.
They picked 2 dates.
Yes,
Yeah.
they have.
September 5th, I think, and
June something.
in the June something. Yeah.
I think we should have a watch party. Invite people. We could just set it right up in here with some snacks. Invite some of our friends over.
Yeah.
We'll invite Theo over, and we'll bring Steve in.
Yeah, Theo won't come.
Yeah, we'll just have a big debate party.
Yeah.
Well, if it's not a debate, then this is not a. It's not a debate.
You can get in there and debate each other without, I mean, but they do this. There are debates without
I like
moderators.
no interruptions are allowed. Do you think Trump's going to break that rule
He'll
for
break that
60
first
seconds?
sentence.
What
What are
kind
you
of
talking about?
interruptions? You mean talking about from the non-existing audience or who?
No,
Yeah,
from the other candidate.
From the other candidate.
Well, then if Biden thinks he can talk for 5 minutes straight, will there be a time limit on,
Well, who's keeping the time?
right?
And who is? There's got to be a. If you're debating, you have to be able to answer a question.
Somebody
Well,
just
Trump's
texted
going
me.
to ask a question. Biden's going to ask a question.
Oh, this is stupid.
Somebody just texted me and said that it's rumored right now that Jake Tapper was going to be the moderator for
Oh,
the
that was
first
thought
one.
up, but they said no.
Okay. Let's see if they've got anything else.
Listen,
We got to take a break.
I'll be glad to be the moderator. I'll be equal. You're live and local, Real Talk
Yeah.
Radio 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. We'll be right back.
Hey, it's Cool Bobby B. Jacksonville, Onslow County, and beyond. You have found the official station for the Doo-Wop Stop. Heard Saturday nights, 7 till 10, right here on Freedom 97.1 WSME and worldwide at WSME971.com. Join me as we play the absolute best and greatest doo-wop songs of all time. Saturday night, 7 till 10. Get connected now at doowopstop.com.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Flatwoods Outfitters, veteran owned and operated, located at 111 Second Amendment Lane, just off Highway 24 between Swansboro and Jacksonville and Hubert, reminds you to remember those that didn't forget us and paid the ultimate price for our freedom this Memorial Day, Monday, May 27th. Flatwoods Outfitters is the most complete sporting and firearm facility in Onslow County, right here in your backyard, complete with a shooting range and instructor. Flatwoods Outfitters carries all major brand names of shotguns, long guns, pistols, and ammunition to bag your limit for whatever game is in season, from dove to bear. Flatwoods Outfitters also takes pride in helping you protect your Second Amendment rights and urges you to learn how to safely handle any firearm for personal safety. At Flatwoods, you can sight in your scope and use your archery range. If you're interested in a concealed weapon permit, Flatwoods Outfitters can help with that also. So, whether you are a sportsman or concerned about personal safety, let the friendly and knowledgeable staff at Flatwoods Outfitters assist you. For range hours, phone 910-353-7593. That's 910-353-7593 for range hours. Flatwoods Outfitters, 111 Second Amendment Lane, Hubert, where they aim to preserve our hunting heritage, wildlife, and constitution. Will Outfitters again reminds you, remember those that didn't forget us and paid the ultimate price for our freedom this Memorial Day, Monday, May 27th. When it comes to paint supplies, whether a contractor or homeowner, since 1957, people have depended on Jacksonville's premier paint store, CNS Paint, for all their painting supplies, and accessories, as well as providing expert knowledge and helping with a particular paint project. CNS Paint, with locations in Jacksonville at 6 North Avenue, 504 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point, and 105 Williams Drive, Morehead City. CNS Paint is close and convenient to cover the Crystal Coast with quality PPG paint for any project, residential or commercial. Color is often the first impression of a home or community. PPG's team of designers, experienced in both new home construction and residential repaint, have compiled over 2,000 color schemes to provide you with a selection that appeals to homeowners. A beautiful and lasting paint job starts with quality PPG paint. For more information, phone 910-455-0210 or visit CNS Paint, 6 North Avenue, Jacksonville, 504 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point, or 105 Williams Drive in Morehead City, or online, cspaintcenter.com. CNS Paint, Jacksonville's premier paint store since 1957. Vacation season is here. That means fishing and fun. Make sure your car or truck is ready for the road with a visit to Battlefield Automotive, 1214 West Corbin Avenue in Swansboro. If your check engine light is on, you may be looking at an expensive repair bill down the road, complicated by extreme temperatures and an engine that's not prepared to handle it. The pros at Battlefield Automotive can check your battery, starter, and charging system, charge and repair air conditioning system to keep you cool and tune up your engine. They do everything from oil changes to brakes, and they carry a complete line of accessories. Battlefield Automotive are experts in both domestic and foreign car and truck repair and guarantee all their work using only ASC certified mechanics. So, whether it's a battery, a simple hose, tune-up, or just getting your ride ready for a getaway, call 910-325-0828. Visit Battlefield Automotive today, 1214 West Court Road, in the friendly city by the sea in Swansboro. Again, for Battlefield Automotive, call 910-325-0828.
The Cub Cadet Ultimate Sales Event is here. Now through May 18th, save on select Cub Cadet lawnmowers, including both gas and battery-powered zero-turns with lawn tractors. The Cub Cadet Ultimate Series, which includes both lap bar and steering wheel models with heavy-duty mowing decks available in a variety of sizes designed to deliver a premium cut. And Cub Cadet XT Enduro Series lawn tractors were engineered for strength, comfort, and versatility. Don't wait. The Ultimate Sales Event ends May 18th. Head to Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and excellent service. Offer valid 4/14/24 through 5/18/24. Participating Cub Cadet dealers and online at cubcadet.com. Prices may vary by retailer. May be combined with any other discount or offer. Does not apply to prior purchases. Other restrictions apply. Void where prohibited.
Hey y'all, thank y'all for coming to the Richlands Piggly Wiggly last week for those awesome specials. I'm back to share this week's specials at The Pig, as we call it here in Richlands. The weather is getting hotter and so are these deals. To get you in the summertime mood, we have jumbo Athena cantaloupes for $3.99 each. And y'all know summertime calls for grilling on the back patio in the evening, and we have just what you need. Get you some fresh, boneless New York strip steaks at $9.99 a pound. And throw in some fresh half-cup bone-in pork chops for just $1.69 a pound. There's no better way to spend a sunny and 75 evening than grilling up some of our fresh meats at an awesome deal. Y'all come get in the summertime mood with us at the Richlands Piggly Wiggly. And to our Jacksonville shoppers, come on down and get to grilling with us. And remember, y'all, let's get piggy with it.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Drs. Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today. at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
If you're looking for a home, or perhaps you want to sell your house, why would you not pick a realtor that knows Eastern North Carolina? Candy Brown Thompson has lived her entire life in this area and knows the territory like the back of her hand. She's a realtor with Century 21 Champion in Jacksonville and is known as a professional that will do everything possible to find the right home to meet your needs. It matters not whether you're looking for a small starter home or you're ready for a larger home. Check out homes throughout the eastern part of the state. She's known to look high and low and show you as many houses as you want until you have found the perfect house you can turn into a home. Throughout the process, she'll treat you with grace, kindness, and integrity, and you'll love her sense of humor. For a realtor dedicated to her clients, give Candy Brown Thompson of Century 21 Champion a call at 910-787-5600. That's 910-787-5600.
Attention property owners, are you fed up with bad tenants, under market rents, and late payments? At Fountain Management, we provide unrivaled levels of expertise and all the tools and services you need to make owning a rental property easy and profitable. Are you ready to talk about taking the management of your real estate investment to the next level? Well, contact us today. Fountain Management, 910-455-6009. We will make owning your rental property simple and rewarding.
Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything except cars, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks, and they do minor repairs, wood repairs, pressure washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair and cleanup. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing, fully licensed, insured, and locally owned and operated by Roger Carroll Jr. References available and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want it painted, maintained, power washed, or need a new roof, call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit southerntouchpaintingnc.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties.
Chico's Tires, 2320 Wilmington Highway, is Jacksonville's oldest tire company. And now Jacksonville's newest tire company is Little Chico's, located at 1675 North Marine Boulevard. Little Chico's carries all the major brands and all sizes, such as Michelin, Goodyear, BF Goodrich, Bridgestone, and many others. And all new tires have warranty. In addition to a great selection of new tires, Little Chico's has used tires starting at only $30. In addition to new and used tires, Little Chico's does brake service, minor auto and truck repair, and towing. So if you need tires, new or used, brake service, minor auto or truck repair, or if you need a tow, visit Jacksonville's newest tire store, Little Chico's, 1675 North Marine Boulevard. By phone, 910-333-0473 for Little Chico's Tire Service, located at 1675 North Marine Boulevard, right here in Jacksonville.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, about 5 minutes away from 7 or 8 o'clock, and welcome back to the show, Live and Local Real Talk. And we got a couple of special guests in the studio this morning. First of all, you guys have met one time in the past, I think. Had him on the show for quite a while. Marine, retired. Colonel Steve Taylor, thank you.
Thank you.
Flew helicopters during his 28 years in the Marine Corps.
Wow.
Those things that wobble back and forth and make you shake and keep things going right. Not as bad as the 46ers, though, right?
No.
And we also have another retired Marine that I have the pleasure of meeting this morning, Barry Pearsons. Colonel,
yes.
Thank you for your service. You flew those really skinny little helicopters.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, they can swoop down into the trees. I've watched some of their training stuff. They like to fly down really low and sneak in, don't they?
Yeah, it kind of keeps us from getting shot.
Well, being skinny is kind of hard to hit you too.
Yeah, that's right.
You got to be a good shot. But you guys are here for anything but talking helicopters today. You got a little tournament coming up here.
Mm-hmm.
The battle of the fittest. Somebody going to win? But everybody's going to win. Monitor that, keep a little bit of the feedback there. But there's a scholarship golf tournament coming out that we're going to be talking about. We're going to be taking a break here in a couple of minutes, but we want to get into the nuts and bolts of that. Lee had a little experience with it last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was,
Great time.
the MPs are still chasing Lee and my wife, who were driving a golf cart,
You're supposed to tell.
souped up golf cart. And what were y'all doing in that golf cart?
We had the beer cart, so need I say more?
So it was, so the golfers were chasing you, not the MPs.
Well, what happened last year stays with last year. It was all good. No, we really enjoyed it. It was a great golf tournament, well organized. The golfers were having a great time. We had a great time.
Well, good.
Just volunteering. So
Steve, but the two of you and Barry are working this thing together.
That's right. Yeah. Barry is a tournament director,
Mhm.
and I'm helping with registration and a little bit of sponsorship. And General Tom Broughton is our overall coordinator.
Oh, okay, cool. We're going to get him in our phone one day, I think. Maybe.
Yes, absolutely.
That'll be excellent.
Yep.
It's called the Marine Corps Scholarship Foundation. Is that right? And for the details that I read, maybe a few details. 1962, this thing came about.
Right.
I was impressed.
Yeah, it's been around a long time. It's a national foundation. The foundation's motto was honoring Marines by educating their children, which is a very worthy cause. You can look them up, Marine Corps Scholarship Foundation. So it's mcsf.org, and all the information is there about the history, our current leadership. We actually, in the tournament, we are not part of the foundation. We are an independent golf tournament that raises money that we give to the foundation.
Gotcha.
But we do have a relationship with them. They help us with a lot of aspects of the tournament.
Excellent.
And very valuable.
We'll talk first before we get into some of the nuts and bolts of the event and whatever. Maybe this is a misprint. Since 1962, scholarships to more than 50,000 young people, $185 million.
Actually, I believe it's closer to 200 million now.
Maybe,
That might be a dated.
I'd like to put you guys in charge of our national budget. Maybe we wouldn't be broke.
No, thank you.
We actually, the foundation actually awarded 2,760 scholarships last year alone. So
2,760 scholarships
in 1 year.
And the state with the most scholarships is North Carolina. I believe 363 scholarships to North Carolina students.
That's absolutely excellent. Because we got a lot of Marine bases here too.
Right.
Exactly.
But if you compare that, California has a lot of Marines too, and they only got 270 scholarships. Texas has a large contingent. They only got 245.
Battle with other states is what you're trying to tell me.
Well, it's the kind of thing where every student scholar who qualifies gets a scholarship, but it's needs based. So if you're the son or daughter of a general, you're probably going to get a little less than if you're the son or daughter of a corporal.
Got it.
Or a Navy corpsman, something like that.
Oh, I like that. Good. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back here on the Local Real Talk. Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
WXME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. Former Trump attorney Michael Cohen today is facing more cross-examination at the former president's trial in New York about testimony he paid Stormy Daniels to keep quiet at his boss's direction.
Robert Costello told a House Judiciary Subcommittee yesterday that in 2018, Cohen told him the former president had nothing to do with the deal. Legal experts say the Trump defense could use Costello's claims to try and impeach Trump's credibility.
Fox's Eric Shawn. Russia's President Putin's in China meeting with President Xi, who says their nations are friends forever.
He and Putin want to counter what they see as a US-led world order. We're told they talked about the war in Ukraine, Putin praising Xi's initiatives to resolve the conflict by diplomacy. For Russia, China is more important than ever since many countries turned against Moscow when it invaded Ukraine.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1.
WSME.
It's live and local. Real talk.
We're back, and like I said before, we've got a couple of fine retired Marines in the studio here, and they're involved in an event coming up, and it's coming up later in the fall, early fall. It's a golf tournament, and a whole bunch of people were involved in it. And it's not just at Camp Lejeune; it's at Camp Lejeune in Cherry Point. You got to swap off. It's a 2-day deal, right?
Correct. Half will play at Cherry Point on Saturday, and the other half play Camp Lejeune, and on Sunday they switch. So if you play in the tournament, you get to play 2 different military courses, and we include breakfast and lunch both days. We actually, the 2 different groups compete against each other.
Oh,
so
really?
it's almost as if we're running 2 simultaneous 2-day tournaments. So
Bragging rights.
We have winners from both.
You get some trophies and stuff like that.
Actually, they get a money.
Oh, do they? Really?
Yeah, I think this last year, I think the winning team got $1,000,
Oh, that's
something
good.
like that.
Good.
Who was the
So-
winning team?
You know what? Right off the top of my
I don't
head, I can't
remember.
remember. I hate to tell you that, but
I don't either.
Well, I can tell you. I know exactly who it was.
Whoever got the money.
All those kids.
that's exactly
Very
right.
true.
That's
the winner.
exactly right.
Very true.
And you know, talking about the kids, if you don't mind, a couple of things about the Scholarship Foundation, and again, you know, we're not part of the foundation, but we do raise money for them, so we cooperate with them. But we talked about 2,760 scholarships last year. We look at in figures like the fact that 91% of our scholars actually graduate and get a college degree,
Compared to,
about 54%
yeah,
nationally.
I looked at that last night and I'm like, really? Almost double the percentage of kids going to college with your scholarships graduate
Correct.
as compared to run of the street.
Correct. And also, and you might be interested, 67% of our scholarship recipients graduate with no debt.
Yeah.
Compared
That
to
one I did
33% nationally. Yeah, I thought you'd like that.
I saw that one as well. But I also looked at the GPA of your graduates, of the scholarship graduates.
Yeah.
Significant difference.
Correct.
3.43, people might not think this is significant, but the difference between 3.43, which is approaching perfect, any way you look at it, and 3.19, which is not a bad GPA. 3.43 is a really good GPA.
Yes. Yes. And, you know, they come from families where they stress education, they stress achievement, they stress personal responsibility. So they already, you know, when they show up at college, they're already a little bit ahead of a lot of students who haven't had that kind of experience. So
And they've been screened
they've
very
been
well. You know, I'm going to go out on a little bit of a limb. I know what the students will get, and I know what they can bring back after they graduate. But I'm going to kind of assume that you guys will hope that a certain percentage of them will put the uniform on, take the oath.
You know what? We don't. We
You
don't
don't
look at
encourage
it
that.
that way.
Uh-huh.
You know, we're honoring their parents.
Okay, got it.
You know, I mean, we're doing this to honor the parents, and it's nice when they do, but if they don't, that's fine. Almost all of them, at least every one of them I've ever had any contact with, has gone on to do something productive. The world is a better place because they're educated and they're in.
Matters not sex,
No,
race.
No.
Of course not.
No, not even.
So what is it made up? What kind of your scholarship recipients, male female ratio about? Any idea?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I've ever even seen that.
I don't think I'd go with 50-50 because I think that's probably the most representative.
Eligibility.
You have to go to the website. It has all the specific details, but really what we're looking for is you've got a good high school record. You've probably been involved in outside activities, charities, things like that. But most important, if you can get into a college, then you're going to be in the running for a scholarship. And if you do qualify, as I said, 100% who qualify do get a scholarship of some amount. And that amount is good if you get, you know, pick a number, $5,000. I mean, some get more, some get less. But if you get a scholarship your freshman year, that's each year. So that's for 4 years.
Oh, really?
So it's a
Wow.
big deal.
That's an encouragement to continue forward.
And it's not just restricted to Marines. It's service people who serve with Marines, the sons and daughters of. So we have a number of
Grandchildren?
I don't I don't believe so. I
Okay.
think it's the children.
All right.
Yes.
I'm just,
I could be wrong, but, and again, I'm not from the
Check the
foundation,
website.
so
Okay.
they have their criteria, but it's, all that information is on that website,
I'm gonna bring it
mcsf.org.
up now.
how did all of this come about? 1962, neither one of you are old enough to have been there at that time.
Not there.
I'm close to being there, but anyway, how did this all come about? 1962, it had to be in the works for a little while. A bunch of guys in a pub, like we've heard about a lot of things, get together and say, hey, this is something we ought to be doing.
Right, and it's Marines. Marines tend to look at things and say, we can do that.
Mhm.
We're going to have to figure some things out, but we can do that. Somebody had a good idea and everybody else said, I'm on board.
Well, back in 1962, we were also at the beginning, we weren't supposedly actively involved in this little thing out there in Southeast Asia at the time, but we knew it was coming. They knew it was coming. The Marine Corps knew it was coming. And that, to be able to go out and do something like this, get this started back in those days, amazing feat.
So it is. It really is.
We should point out too, this is for the Carolina Classic, this golf tournament, this is our 25th anniversary event,
Oh,
25
cool.
years. And I don't know, Barry, if you want to speak to, it was Colonel Ken Powell and his wife Diane Powell, Army, who actually kicked off, my understanding, 25 years ago, kicked off the Carolina Classic.
Really? Correct. They kicked it off. They were actually partnered with Pam and Dan Brown. And it was mostly Pam and Diane. They really got it rolling. They're the ones who went to the commanding general at Cherry Point and said, we'd like to do this. We'd like to have this for the Scholarship Foundation. And for the first 23 years, Diane retired, I guess, about 4 or 5 years ago. But Pam stayed until the beginning of last year, and they did the bulk of the work. And there is a lot of work involved in something this size, a lot of coordination.
Kind of year-round event too.
Well, it is. We work all year long. We take 1 month where we don't meet, but we basically work year-round. And I know Steve works every day on the tournament, as do several others. Our treasurer, Rob Milletta. They're busy all the time trying to keep things in order. But the two ladies really carried this tournament for the first 23 years.
What kind of competitors are you looking for? All Marines, sailors, or who?
For the golf tournament? Anyone who wants to play golf and is willing to pay the fee. We're a little bit more expensive than a lot of the local golf tournaments, but we're also a 2-day tournament at 2 different courses. So we have to pay for those courses. People think, well, they're military courses and you're raising money for military children, so you get them for free. No, those are taxpayer assets. So we have to pay for those courses. We have to pay for the golf carts. There's a lot of money involved in getting this going every year. So we have a lot of costs associated with that. Plus you add in 2 breakfasts at 2 different spots, 2 lunches, plus the prizes, plus all the other costs, drinks, snacks, those kind of things we pay for. Sometimes they're given. We have some sponsors donated. We have some sponsors who help us out with those things, and we really appreciate it. But when you look at our costs, we don't make a great deal of money off the average golfer. We have some big sponsors, several large sponsors, and they really help us out by making large donations, and that is really where we get our big money.
The tournament is generally kind of evenly split between individual sponsors and corporate sponsors, and so we have BSH, the Jones Onslow, Craven County, Minges, some of our and just a whole host of corporate sponsors that help as well.
Jeff Clark and Marine Federal are our
Yes.
big sponsors. They really have helped us out for years. Been there for us almost from the start. So those are the kind of sponsors that really make the difference for us.
And we have also a lot of folks that have been coming year after year after year. We have people come from Wisconsin, families, brothers,
Yeah.
cousins, aunts, uncles.
Really?
They form up a team, and they just come very regularly from all over the country.
I think there was like one group from Wisconsin that said they come every year.
The Wisconsin boys.
Yes,
That's
yes,
exactly
we
right.
talked to them.
You remember them.
Yes, I remember them.
And this tournament has raised over $2 million during the
That's a lot.
during the first 24 years.
This one.
Our
Wow.
tournament, the Carolina Classic.
How many events, fundraising events are there nationwide? And are they all golf tournaments or what?
No, if you look on the mcsf.org, it actually lists the most of the events, and it could be anything. There's a lot of golf tournaments, but there could be. I mean, if somebody wants to raise money and they want to have any kind of event, pick any.
Show me the money.
Yeah, you can get together and you can raise money and donate it to the Scholarship Foundation. On that website, you can even go on that website and sign up for our tournament right on their website.
Excellent.
So that's a big help to us. But
Let's talk about when. When is it going to happen?
October 19th and 20th of this year, Saturday and Sunday.
You already got people signing up?
Yes. Yeah, we sure do. We've got a number of people who just routinely sign up. As soon as we open up there for next year, we'd like to have registrations to us by the 1st of September. That just helps us get organized. One of the things we have to do is take care of getting everybody on board the 2 military bases, so there's some lead time associated with that. So
I'm assuming that the Marine Corps cooperates quite well in
Absolutely.
getting these folks who do not have base privileges aboard.
In fact, it's one of the things that really helps the tournament at both bases at Cherry Point and Camp Lejeune is the cooperation and help that we get from both bases.
I like it. They go online, they sign up online, hopefully by September.
There's several ways to sign up. One way, and we'll do, and I think Lee is already posting this, is get that the Marine Corps Scholarship Foundation website up. That's one way of registering. The other way is email me, and I think we'll have that email posted as well. That's MCSF Carolina Classic @gmail.com. You send an email, I read that. I will get the sponsorship letters and forms and make contact with the folks who are interested.
Taking credit cards?
We are taking credit cards.
Good. Do you give them back?
We leave that up to Barry here. I don't know. He's got a pocket full of them here.
Well, we the Scholarship Foundation, and people might be interested in this. The Scholarship Foundation is very protective of the financial information of our donors.
Good.
So the tournament, we don't accept the credit cards and keep the information. The foundation does, and they have people who come down during the tournament, and they bring all the equipment that's necessary, and then they protect the information and they keep it in their system. So
Excellent. I like that.
you don't have to worry about it.
Well, I think it's a great event, and I know I was not part of it last year, but my wife was, along with Lee, and they had a blast, is all I can tell you.
Well, you come this year, and one of the things that I like to do as a tournament director is just get a golf cart and drive around with the golfers. I have a lot of fun doing that. You and I'll get a golf cart. We
might be able to do that.
We'll drive around.
I
and
have
talk
one
to some folks.
question.
Can I put a blue light on it?
Do you need more volunteers? And if somebody wants to volunteer, how do they do that?
Absolutely. The same, you can go through the same
Yeah.
websites, the same, call
Send
Steve.
that email address. Let us know, and we'll respond immediately. And
Right.
absolutely,
All
yes.
What kind of volunteers do you need, or what, I mean, I know the ladies drive the golf cart around, and throw some beer at people, but what else do you need?
We always need people who help set up the golf course. You know, it usually takes an hour or two to get it set up each morning. We're going to need people ahead of time to move snacks and drinks and things into position, pick them up from wherever they're purchased from, move them to the golf courses. We need people to, for instance, if we have a hole that's closest to the pin, well, somebody has to be there on the tee to make sure the golfers are complying with the rules, and then somebody has to be up there on the green to measure it.
I got you.
Those kinds of things.
Putting contest we have as well.
Exactly. Closest to the line, I think we had several years. So, you know,
registration desk.
That's where
in the
Bernie
morning.
sat.
exactly, and that's the big one, the registration desks. We have a group
That's
of
crazy.
ladies who've been running that for us, and that is a very complicated process, and they are absolute wizards because after the golfers leave, and they're going to get together and they're going to consolidate all the information and make sure every dime is accounted for, that we have all the records that need to be kept, and they'll work all the way until the golfers finish. I mean, they'll spend 4 to 5 hours getting all the information done. So,
Any big names signed up yet? Or anticipated?
big names.
Big names, our corporate sponsors.
No, I'm
again,
talking about
some
maybe a Tiger Woods or a Michael
of-
Jordan.
we have not yet heard from Tiger here, but we
No.
expect to any day now.
Have you dived a couple of these guys? I mean, Jordan is a North Carolina native.
Yes.
You know, we have not had celebrities at the tournament. We've talked about it, but it's
We
never
should get a few.
quite worked out. So it's something that's
Well, my
on the
dad
radar.
used to golf in it, and he was a celebrity.
Well, our issue right now is we had a big turnover last year when Pam left,
Right.
and some other of our original committee members left. So we have a relatively new group. I was always the strong back, weak mind guy. I was the guy that went to the PX and bought the beer and carried it to the golf course.
Right.
You know, I was the guy that put out
He
signs.
got us on base.
Yeah, I did that kind of stuff, and I went to a meeting and I shot my mouth off, and for my sins, they made me the tournament director. So
Oh,
if you know so much, you can run it.
Were you present when they made you tournament director?
I was.
Oh, okay.
That's
That
how.
that was done by secret ballot.
So.
Short straw.
Printed in advance?
That's right.
So last year was our first time as a new committee. Now, our Brian and Kathy Johnson, retired Lieutenant Colonel Brian Johnson, and retired Navy Captain Kathleen Johnson, a retired Deputy Director of the Navy Nurse Corps. They run the Cherry Point side of things, and very complicated. They also work year round. They work closely with me, and on the Camp Lejeune side, we have Brian's nephew and his wife, also named Steve Taylor.
Oh,
So
another one.
we call them Steven and Steve, and I call them Good Steve and Bad Steve.
And I don't know
And
which one I am.
They
very
switch.
honestly.
They switch based on how I feel that day.
That's right.
But his wife Charlene, the two of them run the Camp Lejeune
See,
side.
we can get away with talking smut about this one, and he hears it. We'll just say, no, we were talking about the other one.
I never
Well,
thought of that.
I had two Steve Taylors at my wedding. Robbie and I did.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
One of them was cooking.
And the other one was getting married.
Yeah. No, Steve Taylor.
Yeah, that's right.
I wasn't Steve Taylor,
Yes.
but we had another Steve Taylor at that wedding.
Yeah, that's
He
right.
was a retired
Hey,
state trooper.
Barry just mentioned something. I want to also make sure we get in. We have sponsorship levels for golfers, but if people don't want to golf, we have another opportunity to put a sign, a whole sign out. So if you want to have your company or your family, or you want to remember somebody in your family, contact us also, and we have opportunities to get whole signs out.
I got a flag for for live and local.
We just get another
we could
sign
slip
and
in
put
out
up
there and put that flag on top of one of the poles, right?
just
Just
put that
kidding.
whole sign out there.
Maybe on a tree.
I want it by the pond where the gator is.
You know what a lot of people have done is in remembrance of past family members or something.
Oh, I like
But you may have
that.
seen those out on the golf course.
You
And we have a
know,
lot of
I'm
those.
going to go on the website and check that out
Okay.
because I would like to do that for my dad.
Yeah, yeah.
He golfed in it before
Right.
years back.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, good.
Excellent.
That's nice.
Wonderful.
that is nice.
Gentlemen, thank you. Mary, Steve, thanks
It's
for
been a
coming up here
pleasure.
from all the way down in New Bern area.
That's right.
Do you have a boat too?
I'm sorry?
Do you have a boat too?
No, I have a dock, but I don't have a boat.
As a dog.
I know a guy with a boat.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's got too much draft. I'm in relatively shallow water on the Neuse River, so I only have about 3 to 5 feet at high tide. So I don't think
okay.
he can get into me.
Barry has a beautiful house on the river with
Oh,
about a
right.
200-foot pier out into
Oh, wow.
the river. And it's
You
a
actually have to
gorgeous
2 feet
place.
of water, right?
Yeah, but we can paddle in to come see him.
Nice.
You got a little boat that can get up there and
I
pick
sure
him
do.
up.
I
Yeah.
sure do. We're going to sneak up on his backyard here.
Nice.
Except he has a dog, a pretty good watchdog too.
He called me on the phone a week or two ago and said, "Hey, run out your backyard. I'm going right past your backyard." And so Julie and I ran out in the back and we waved at him out there in the river. So
What were they? Their big boat or a little bit?
that was a big boat.
We were in the big boat.
Okay.
Yeah.
They got
Nice.
this little pontoon thing. I'm not a pontoon, but a rubber boat out there
Yeah,
too.
that was at Nordhaven, I think, wasn't it?
It's a Bayliner. Yeah.
Bayliner, okay. Big boat.
Uh-huh. You know, Steve, when he first decided to get out of the Marine Corps, and he said, called me one day and said he's going to get a boat. He said, I'm a little bit nervous about docking a boat. Steve, you fly one of those helicopters? And he said, I said, they're big? He said, yeah. So they got 3 wheels on them, right? Yeah. How big's that little pad that you got to land in on the White House lawn? He told me. Was it 2 feet squared or something like that? 3
Yeah.
little pads.
3 little pads.
Wow.
Yeah.
I said, did you ever miss? He said, no. I said, don't worry about docking a boat. Gravity is not going to be a problem for you here. Wind shear a little bit, but not gravity. And you got a chance to back up and do it again without the TV cameras being there.
Right.
So anyway.
Well, Steve is one of our, he held one of the premier commands in the entire Marine Corps.
Oh,
He
absolutely.
actually commanded the presidential squadron and was consequently the president's chief pilot. And that's one of the 3 jobs that I think the commandant picks personally.
Mhm.
So that's a big deal to
Mhm.
get
That's a
that,
big deal.
get that command. You're in the top 0.000. You're getting that job.
I strongly suggested to him time and again, Dave, he said, there's no way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, that's how you find yourself testifying in front of Congress.
You gotta- I don't recall that.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, I don't
Good point.
recall it. So,
Yeah.
Yes.
Unfortunately, now I can legitimately say that. I don't remember. what
Yeah, I got that
did.
same thing too. I got a CRS
I
problem.
can't remember now.
And sometimes it's a blessing. Gentlemen, thank you.
That's been
Thank you,
a
sir.
pleasure.
Thanks, Ray.
Thanks for having us.
Pleasure.
Pleasure.
It's been an honor.
I know,
Nice to be here.
we'll be talking about this, of course, and I'm going to drag Robbie down here one morning and just put them on the hot seat over here and ask them what the real facts were happening behind the scenes and see
Oh,
what.
I can't tell. We're sworn to secrecy.
Well, that doesn't matter. I can drag stuff out of people.
And I could get anything from the girls.
You remember that golf cart ride, and if you're really nice to me, I'll let you drive it. I'll just drink coffee and act like I'm running for
You know, I
office.
do have a set of equipment up here that I bought a long time ago to actually go on a golf cart that we had at the time. And it's one that changes the gear ratio and therefore changes the speed, the top end on it.
Really?
Would you like to run 45 miles an hour?
Well, I'll tell you, I'll just put this out there. We had to go to the maintenance shack at one point to have ours serviced.
Yeah, they have no maintenance.
You ran into the water again?
I'm not saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying it was a great time. We had a great time.
But
I enjoyed it.
They handled it magnificently. By the
Yes.
time I found out about it, they'd already taken care of everything. So
Both of them,
Yeah.
I know both of them. Both of them would
They
handle it.
released us.
right.
One of
Yes.
my wife that didn't have a screwdriver out there tearing it apart.
Yeah. We considered it, but no, we did good.
Barry, Steve, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll
Thanks,
keep
Ray, for
pushing this because
making me-
we'll get updates from you on a regular basis too. So we'll know how many participants that you're looking for. Is there a number? I didn't ask you that.
We're looking for 44 teams.
44 teams. Okay, gotcha.
So I think
So
that's the
if-
most that we can have. Is
Oh, the
44
most
teams.
you can have.
Right. And that's
Okay.
simply because playing golf, you just, there's only a limited
Yeah.
number of people that can be on the golf course. At any one
Got a time frame too.
22 and 22 for each
Wow.
course. So,
Excellent. Okay, we'll take a break. You're live and local. Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
On the next Goddard's Gold, we try harder. Groups that hit number 2 but never had a number 1. You won't believe it. Gary Puckett, Gene Pitney, Steppenwolf, the Kinks, Hollies, Joe Tex, Tom Jones, the Ventures, the Who, Dusty Springfield, Lou Blues, Martha and the Vandellas, and Zombies. Number 2, we try hard. Next Gold. Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Freedom 97.1 and 11:20 a.m. WSME.
Onslow County Motor Company asks you to join them in remembering those that gave their all to preserve our most prized possession. May 27th. If you are looking to purchase a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV without the high pressure, Onslow County Motor Company, 1639 June Boulevard, may be the dealership for you. At Onslow County Motor Company, they want to help you buy a car, truck, or SUV, not just sell you one. Buying a car, truck, or SUV should be enjoyable, and the folks at Onslow County Motor Company will do their best in making your car buying experience fun and relaxed. Check out their inventory online at ocmc.us or visit them at 1639 Lejeune Boulevard. All vehicles are hand selected. A standard warranty comes with most vehicles, with extended warranties available, and Carfax is free. Stop by and visit Ben, Brandon, Travis, or Terry. They will gladly answer all your questions about a particular model. Financing? Well, Zeke will finance most anybody. Great selection, great people. Onslow County Motor Company, 1639 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, where customers send their friends. Phone 910-355-7066. Onslow County Motor Company asks you to join them in honoring those that made the ultimate sacrifice this Memorial Day, May 27th.
Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only cover protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand for every carpet. Gorgeous, durable, solid tint luxury vinyl tile. Mohawk has the ultimate floor for every room in your home that's suitable for all pets. Details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at WatkinsNewFloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering. Thank you for voting them the best of the best for 2023 in the flooring covering and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering, they're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathroom, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering, family owned and operated since 1997, with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering, you stand on it, we stand behind it. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Drs. Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accept all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
If your plans include hitting the road this year to do some traveling, make sure a visit to Silent Service Center is on your to-do list. Travel safety starts with the tires on your vehicle, and a visit to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind with the best value in all name brand tires and the largest selection of used tires in this area. In addition to quality tires, Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes, and alignment service. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, Havelock. Phone 910-353-4760.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Marine weather forecast every weekday at this time, sponsored by Community Prevention Services of Jacksonville. The marine weather forecast for fishermen and boaters alike. This weather forecast is vitally important to you. For every one of us, our mental health is also important. Whether you're someone who has daily issues, maybe some issues with whatever your normal daily life is, sometimes that happens. Could be family or financial matters that keep you on edge. Maybe you're overly concerned about the future, given the times we live in and the news that we pick up on a daily basis. And for a lot of folks, there's PTSD. Combat Marines know all too well about the stress of their jobs. They're not alone. A tragic car crash that you're in or that you've watched, the daily onslaught of news events around the world, the loss of loved ones, all of that can result in PTSD. The trained professional staff at Community Prevention Prevention Services can help you work your way through your issues. If you're concerned about the cost, they accept most insurance plans. Their office is conveniently located 918 Henderson Drive right here in Jacksonville. Of course, you can call in for additional information and schedule an appointment to talk with the team at Community Prevention Services. 910-353-0972, 910-353-0972. Offshore today, we were just talking about fishing with our two guests here. Steve doesn't like to fish too much. He likes boating. Barry, I just found out he likes fly fishing and other fishing too, but fly fishing, oh yeah. Yeah, he's got a boat called the Nightmare, right?
Sure.
No, it's called Nighthawk. That was his call sign on helicopters too.
Nighthawk. Oh, I get it.
Offshore today, northerly winds 10 to 15 knots, becoming northwesterly 5 to 10 this afternoon, seas 3 to 5. 4-foot waves from the south every 7 seconds, too. They'll be meeting up with some easterly 1-foot waves. They're 8 seconds apart. Sounds and rivers a moderate chop, diminishing to a light chop this afternoon. Tomorrow, northerly winds 5 to 10, becoming southeasterly in the afternoon, 2 to 3 footers. Waves will be coming from the northeast about 3 feet, 7 seconds apart. Sounds and rivers a light chop. Saturday, winds out of the south, 10 to 15 knots, seas 2 to 3 feet. There will be waves from the south, about 3 footers, not big, at 4 seconds apart, kind of close together. And they will be meeting up with easterly waves, about 2 footers, every 8 seconds. Sounds and rivers a moderate chop.
Okay, and today is going to be partly sunny with a high near 80, northwest winds 5 to 9 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 58, northwest wind around 5 miles per hour, becoming calm in the evening. Friday, a slight chance of showers after 2 p.m., increasing clouds with a high near 85, calm wind becoming south around 6 in the afternoon. Friday night, a chance of showers and thunderstorms with a low of 64. Saturday, showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with a high near 82. And Sunday will be a repeat. So this weekend is going to be a wet weekend.
We've already had a wet week leading up to a wet
I think we've
weekend.
got enough water.
Well, yeah, we do.
We've
At
had
least
enough
I don't have
rain.
to water my garden so much
True.
because I was having to put water on that a couple of times a day there for a while.
Going to have a bush hog to mow the yard.
Yeah.
That grass
Well,
has grown.
I am no mow May.
That's
okay?
right.
No mow May. I'm leaving the area near the garden untouched for the month of May when all the little flowers are out there, the wildflowers, the
Yes.
clovers blooming all around there, and the bees are moving and they're working their way towards my garden.
I left the section of the yard where all the bees are at, etc., unmowed.
I just
It's
haven't seen as
killing
many
me.
bees.
It's killing
I'm
me.
sure it is.
But I did it for you, Dorothy, and no mow May. But the front yard, it gets manicured every week.
Well, I told the bees, I put a sign out there just like this one. I said, no, we're not going to mow it.
I
Come
don't
on
have
in.
the
Hurry
bees
up.
in the front yard like I have in the back. Oh, well, let me tell you what I do have. Baby birds right there in my little shrubbery
Oh,
area.
really? That
As
happens
you're-
every year.
And look, I walked up there the other day and they flew up and I was like, yikes. And then they got on the door of that I had to go in and they were jumping. I was like, please move.
Use another door.
I can't, not unless I have to crawl over the fence and come in another way.
Okay.
I won't
Well,
say how.
I got you.
Yes.
Hey, a little good news before we resume the normal menu here today. A
Right.
record-breaking total of 27 sea turtles going to be released at a rehab center right
Yay.
there in Surf City. The Karen Beasley Sea Turtle Center. I knew Ms. Beasley and I knew her husband, Fred, many years ago. He was a retired FBI agent there. They say 26 green turtles and 1 Kemp's Ridley turtle will be released. Karen Beasley was their daughter.
Yeah.
Thursday's release will be open to the public and will be live on their Facebook or Instagram pages. Okay, that's the search.
good.
That is the Karen Beasley, Beasley, Sea Turtle Center.
All right. I'll put that on here.
Get that information out there. They're going to release 27 turtles beginning at 8:30 this morning. Well, it's underway. Sorry, I should have told you earlier.
Karen Beasley
Sea Turtle Center.
Sea Turtle Center.
So far, the center has had 144 sea turtles. So far this
Excuse me.
year, the most it has cared for in any year, according to a release from the center. What a great group of people. We need to get them on the show here and maybe one of these days we'll just get brave enough and go down there and take the whole show and go to their center.
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
That would be awesome. Yeah, they've done tremendous things for the sea turtles, and they do this every year, and it's fascinating. And some year I want to be there.
Yeah, sometimes sea turtles. The big month coming up for June. It's the peak time that sea turtles drop their eggs along the North Carolina coast. It's supposedly like the first full moon in June. That's what they say. It's going to happen up and down. But anyway, there are volunteers that roam our seashore at nighttime during the peak season, and they mark off the spots where these turtles lay their eggs. They cover them. They're covered up, but they mark them off, and they do everything they can to keep the critters out that like to scavenge these eggs and to keep idiots away from them. We do have idiots out there, believe it or not.
Well, have you ever been to the Sea Turtle Center down there at Surf City where this is? I have. I took my granddaughter when she was much smaller in there, and it was a fascinating place.
Well, have you ever watched a mama turtle come out of the water and lay her eggs in the middle of the night?
No.
I have. I shot it on 16 millimeter motion picture film for WITN. Shot the whole thing.
Wow.
Late one evening. It was not Bear Island. It would have been Hammocks Beach.
Right.
Way back when the park ranger who was there at the time had contacted him. I wanted to go. So I did, and I took still camera with me, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Front page of the Raleigh News and Observer I made.
Oh, we're going to have
With
to research, see if we
all
can find
1974-ish, something like that.
Archives.
Another guy and I, we were shooting pictures and I was shooting the film, motion picture film.
I had a niece last year. She was out there every day
Yeah.
with the Kieran Beasley Center. She just loved it.
Yeah, it's a great place, I'm sure.
Yes. I think it's Miller time.
It should be about that time.
Yes.
Speaking of sea turtles, does Miller go along with that?
Turtle
Good
soup.
morning, everybody. How's everybody doing this morning?
Doing fine. Chris Miller from the Jacksonville Daily News, the sports editor extraordinaire for the Daily News. Welcome aboard.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to call in every week, and really appreciate the chance to promote our young athletes. And I swear it's a busy time. The spring sports season is winding down, and before you know it, we're going to start talking about high school football again. Can you believe it? I mean,
Lord of mercy.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I like football.
Yeah, I think we but the other sports are great as well. And you look at the Dixon High School softball team; they won 5-4 last night over Southern Nash. So
Wow, cool.
They advanced to the fourth round of the state playoff. So and then you have quite a few soccer teams playing tonight in their second round game. The Jacksonville Cardinals will be at home tonight at 6 o'clock for their second round game, and we a lot of us think that the Cardinals have a shot of going to the state final and even win the whole thing. So it's
good.
Yay.
Yeah. So this is one of their better teams that they've had in several, quite a few years. And I mean, they've always been good, but they have an excellent team this year, and they're all business. So it's been a lot of fun to watch the team, watch the Cardinals, watch all the teams, but watch the Cardinals do the good work that they've been doing.
Yeah, well, Lee and I and my wife Robbie, all Cardinal fans, of course. Alumni, and we'd like to know what's going on with them all the time.
Right, right.
So
Chris keeps us informed too.
And of course, WSME, Freedom 97.1 every year during the football season broadcasts all of the games live. You can travel on the road, go to games that are on the road as well, and carry live the game. So in case you can't get there for one reason or another, you can listen to it, listen to all the action. And this year, we started carrying Cardinal basketball games.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, and those guys do a great job, whether it's a football game, or a soccer game, or basketball game, you name it. You can tell those guys really do a great job.
Yep.
And Ashley Mosley has a voice for radio, and always enjoy hearing his voice on the radio ads. And
Did you say he had a voice for radio or a face for radio?
But I swear, every time you hear him on the radio, it makes you do an advertisement. It makes you want to go out to that company and buy something just because it's a good advertisement. So kudos to our friend Ashley Mosley. But yeah, just exciting time in the spring season. I mean, it's winding down and graduations are coming up, and for a lot of these high school kids, I mean, this is going to be it. So this is the next week or 2 or 3 weeks is going to be. Some of them are not going to play in college, some are, but unfortunately, very few are going to make it, in the professional league. So this is kind of their World Series or their Final Four or Super Bowl, whatever you want to describe it. So this is an exciting time for those high school teams.
Yep, absolutely. All right, Chris, and we can't forget Hollywood. He's always manning the controls there at all those sports events, sporting events.
Thank goodness.
So he and Ashley and Chris Rayner every Friday morning. Don't forget tomorrow morning. We'll try not to forget it. We can't forget it. We always remember
Don't ever forget it.
Sports Talk is every Friday. There are only 2 live sports shows in Oslo County.
Right.
Originating here in Oslo County on radio.
That's right.
One of them is the one you're listening to 5 days a week. And every Friday, as soon as we hang up the phone, Chris takes over. Chris Rayner and company take over with Sports Talk. And they bring in all sorts of special guests. They call it an hour, but it usually runs about 90 minutes or so. Whenever they get through, they wrap up.
I just want to throw out some kudos to Chris Miller, though. Yesterday, I posted on our Facebook page a story that he had written about the family of Dixon Baseball's Eli McGeorge. Is that right, Eli? Chris?
Yes, Sam.
It's a story about a young man that goes to school there. I'll let Chris explain it, but the story was so heartwarming. It just, I threw hearts at it, and then I threw tears at it, and then I threw hearts at it. But explain to everyone listening that they can go on our page and read this story.
Oh yeah, please do. It's a story that we did earlier this week, this weekend. Eli McGeorge is a baseball player at Dixon High School, and he's a sophomore, and he mainly played JV, but he was promoted to varsity when they needed the additional players, and so he's been kind of going back and forth. But for the last 2 years or so, his mother has been battling with brain cancer, and she's had 2 surgeries already, and is scheduled to have another one later on this month. And so we sat down with the family, the father, Chris, the mother, Christine, and then Eli, the teenager, and just talked about how do they kind of go through their lives with this kind of looming, with this incurable disease, and how do they, and she's a strong woman, and she really uses laughter to as a mechanism to make sure her kids are continue to do what they're doing in the classroom and in sports and to live their lives. So and then they the young man continues to grow up into the young adult he wants to be. So it was I don't want to say nice story, but because you don't want to say that it's an unfortunate situation for the family, but they're holding strong, and it was a good maybe
it's a moving story.
It's very moving.
Very moving. Okay, so great job, Chris. Thank you.
No, thank you.
And we will see you next week.
Yep, of course.
All right, take care. You're live and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. You got to stay tuned. If you're going to hire someone to do somebody else in, there are certain things that you should not be doing. We got a story of a couple of those things that you should not be doing when we come back. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
WSME.
Hey there, it's your afternoon guy, Chris Hollywood Man, inviting you to join the Freedom Prize Patrol at National Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram on Marine Boulevard right here in Jacksonville this Friday from 4 to 6 p.m. Stop by and get a great deal on a new truck, Jeep, or the vehicle of your dreams. Now, as you get ready for the weekend, go ahead, swing up by the dealership, hang out with the Freedom Crew. We would love to see you with Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m., WSME.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbin Avenue in Swansboro.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
The best deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every Friday from 8 a.m. till closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 Wilmington Highway in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement, parts, fill cylinders, and tankless water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384.
Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro can save you money on your automobile insurance with new options that are available now. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you are in good hands, like helping you customize your auto, home, and windstorm coverage with their Write Your Own Home policy. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Remember, if it rolls or floats, call Tammy for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro. Save more money on your automobile insurance today with Tammy Fry Allstate. Phone 910-326-5383 today. Tammy Fry Allstate, 638 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro.
When you need comforting, who do you call? An old friend, right? Jacksonville Heating Contractors services the heating and cooling needs of our area with dependable quality train systems, guaranteeing indoor comfort for your home or business. In addition to quality train systems, Jacksonville Heating Contractors offers 24-hour emergency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years of experience and service you can trust. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor service agreement, you never pay retail for heating or cooling services and receive priority scheduling. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in New Bern, you can call Trent Heating and Air Conditioning 252-633-2200. In Morehead City, Sea Air Heating and Cooling 252-247-1122. If you need service or repairs, just call an old friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. For deals on train systems and more, visit anoldfriend.com or call 910-347-2843.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Okay, we're back here and on the line with us, Chris Marks. Good morning, Chris. How's it going?
It's going good, Rickford and Lee. Good morning to both of you. I guess
Good morning.
Appreciate you joining us.
Recovering from her birthday celebration yesterday.
Well, she was in here, but she had to leave.
Yes.
Okay. I must still probably, well, anyway, just a belated happy birthday to her again. So I just wanted to not use the radio station, but ask for your forum a couple of minutes to let the people know that this afternoon's meeting at 2 o'clock, Board of Education special workshop to talk about policy in the Aquatic Center, that those that were planning to meet outside on whatever property to express their opinions with signs.
We got protesters again.
Yeah.
I didn't want to use that word, but okay. Not to waste their time because sadly, it's going to go through. And the only reason I say sadly is this: I'm for the pool. I will always be for the pool. But after listening to Mr. Sewell on your show on the 13th, he's obviously opened other avenues other than Board of Education school money to be used.
He didn't
but
exactly
Board of
say that.
Not exactly.
Well,
No, yeah.
Well, his words were, I've listened to it a couple times because people had asked me, because they know I deal with facts and logic.
Right.
And the fact, he said, if the Board of Education were to vote no, after he bullied them with his comment of, what message are we sending to the VA? I want to make everybody perfectly to understand this very clear on some comments he made. There is no state money that they've received, not $5 million, not $50,000, not no federal government money. There is no money that they've received from any government yet, none. And this comes from the offices of our state legislator, our state senator, the VA, and Congress. I've talked to them all. However, I think the bullying tactic was, what message are we sending? We don't want to partner with the VA. The partnership is between the city, the county, and the school board of education with the Y. It's not with the VA. He should have never said that. And he did, and he shouldn't have said it. And he also said that should the Board of Education vote no, hey, we were going to get a pool, maybe not two, but one. And he also said, remember, he said, and if it went to a referendum vote, it would pass 85 to 90%. Put it out there for a vote, see what happens. I'm not sorry for the fact that the schools are in bad situations with lead in the school systems, in many schools, and that teachers are underpaid, et cetera, et cetera. $3 million from the Board of Education should not go to this pool. And the other reason is he now mentioned that homeschool children, private schools will be able to get free swimming lessons. That's not in the agreement, and nobody knows about it.
It's in the for second graders.
But second graders, but again, private schools know nothing about this, and they're not donating any money. Homeschools, other than taxes, not donating money. He's unfortunately been able to con the Board of Education into pushing this through, and it's just wrong.
Okay. All right, Chris, thank you, sir.
Yeah. You're welcome.
All right, you take care. Let's take a break here live and local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
The Cub Cadet Ultimate Sales Event is here. Now through May 18th, save on select Cub Cadet lawnmowers, including both gas and battery-powered zero-turns and lawn tractors. The Cub Cadet Ultimate Series, which includes both lap bar and steering wheel models with heavy-duty mowing decks available in a variety of sizes designed to deliver a premium cut. And Cub Cadet XT Enduro Series lawn tractors were engineered for strength, comfort, and versatility. Don't wait. The Ultimate Sales Event ends May 18th. Head to Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and excellent service. Offer valid 4/4. Participating Cub Cadet dealers not online and Cub with any other discount or offer does not apply to prior purchases. Other restrictions are prohibited.
For 40 years now, people throughout Jacksonville and Onslow County have trusted Barnes Diamond Gallery for all their jewelry needs for every special occasion. They understand that every day is a special event for someone, whether celebrating a wedding, anniversary, birthday, engagement, or graduation. Let Barnes Diamond Gallery custom design something for you. Barnes Diamond Gallery does on-site repair in addition to their quality and selection of diamonds, diamond fashion bands, pendants, watches, earrings, gemstone rings, and necklaces for anyone for any occasion. Major credit cards accepted. Layaway available. Barnes Diamond Gallery offers appraisals and paid top mark prices for gold and silver. Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, Jacksonville, open 9:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday.
If you plan to rebuild, remodel, repair, or do cottage or home improvements, Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morris City, should be your first stop. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies, along with Gerber, Buck, and Case knives. Williams Hardware is your helpful, handy hardware store. Williams Hardware cuts glass to size and custom threads pipe. When the chores are done and the cleanup is finished, light up that Wilmington grill from Williams Hardware. Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morris City. Open Monday through Saturday from 7:30 till 6 p.m. and Sundays for your convenience, noon till 5. Phone Williams Hardware, 252-726-7158.
Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local Carrier indoor weather team. Serving all of your heating and air conditioning needs since 1967, now offers residential and commercial duct and dryer vent cleaning, and now offers expert residential and commercial plumbing service. In case of a power outage due to a storm or for any reason, be prepared with a Generac generator for your home or business. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning has Generac generators in stock ready to install today. Remember, better breathing comes with cleaner air. Let Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning improve the air quality in your home or business with professional air duct cleaning. As always, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning is available 24/7 for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing emergency needs. Turn to the Carrier experts. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, with locations in Jacksonville and Hempstead. Visit online, humphreyheating.com, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1967. Relax, we're on the way.
Hello, shoppers. Take advantage of the following specials and many, many more at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store down the street where good things cost less, Main Street in Maysville. Half-cut boneless is strip loin, just $7.99 a pound. Family pack boneless is 2 beef, just $4.99 a pound. Half-cut pork loin, just $1.69 a pound. Bone-in, center-cut thick pork chops, just $2.59 a pound. Springer Mountain Farms, frying thighs and drumsticks, just $1.29 a pound. And remember, the beef and pork is cut fresh every day by the butchers at your Maysville Piggly Wiggly, and they use only the finest and certified Angus beef and Sanderson Farm chicken. Over in the garden, fresh Georgia blueberries, just $2.99 a pint. Jumbo Athena cantaloupes are just $3.99 each. Sweet Vidalia onions, just $1.49 a pound. How about yellow or zucchini squash, $1.79 a pound. Sweet grape tomatoes, just $1.99 a pint. And a 5-pack of yellow, white, or bicolor corn is only $3.99. And fresh strawberries are just $2.99 a pound. And you get 3 6-packs of the half-liter size Cocoa Sprites for just $12. It's your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store down the street. Good things cost less. In downtown Main Street in Maysville. Remember, say big with the pig.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
All right, let's just say you're in the situation you want to look for a hitman, somebody to go eliminate somebody that you don't like, you don't care for anymore, or whatever.
I'm saying
nothing. There are certain things that you probably shouldn't be doing. Just ask Shanna Gardner, the ex-wife of slain Microsoft manager Jared Briggen, I think his name is. On a check,
written evidence
that she wrote to the hitman she is accused of hiring to kill her ex-husband back in 2022. She's on trial now. Well, she got a bond hearing right now. She wrote on the check, "Good luck." Down in Jacksonville, Florida.
She didn't write in remarks, "Good luck, Mr. Hitman."
A Duval County courtroom heard testimony from several witnesses yesterday during the hearing to determine whether she, a mother of two, charged with first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, solicitation to commit a capital felony, and child endangerment should be allowed bond in the murder case. I don't think so. Gardner and her second husband, Mario Fernandez Saldana, they're accused of offering $150,000 to a dude named Henry Tennant. That is Mr. Saldana's former tenant, to carry out this murder. A $5,000 check to Tennant dated April 4th, 2022 from the Gardners and Saldana's LLC, First Choice Home Rentals, reads, Kickstarter and good luck. According to the detectives led by Detective down there in Florida. Really? According to his testimony yesterday, Mr. Tennant stated that this was the first of many payments that were supposed to be an investment into his pallet company, which was actually payment for the homicide.
Well,
Really?
okay.
Prosecutors described the arrangement between Gardner, Saldana, and Tennant as a contract killing of Jared Briggen. He shared 2 children with Gardner and 2 with his wife, Kristen Briggen. Saldana is facing the same charges as Gardner in connection with the murder. He was fatally shot in front of his car after coming across a tire in the middle of a secluded road back in 2022. Prosecutors believe was a setup. His then 2.5-year-old daughter was in the back seat at the time. That's how come the endangerment charges are filed.
Let's see.
Traffic eventually piled up behind Brigham's vehicle after he was shot. Good Samaritans went up to his car and were able to remove the toddler from the vehicle, put her in a different vehicle, and give her a blanket. The 2-year-old later described hearing a boom boom and said her daddy was sick after the shooting. Really? All right, you've got one.
I don't
You want
know
to talk
what I
about
can
it tomorrow?
say. Yes, we'll talk about. And I have another story, and I'm going to send it to you by
Okay.
email right now that I want you to read. It's about a Davidson County here in North Carolina 16-year-old that was suspended for 3 days for writing a paper and using the words illegal immigrant.
Did he say illegal or just say
No.
alien?
Alien, illegal alien is what he. Thank you for correcting me. Yes, and they termed that as being racist, and the story goes from there.
Yep. And that somebody's got questions, and I got a question too about the term alien.
Yes, and we'll do the story tomorrow. I'm sending you the story right now by email, and I want you to read it. And it's an exceptionally good story.
Yeah, I saw
And,
part of that story last
Shame
week.
on the Board of Education for what they did.
All right, we'll take a break of about 22 hours. We'll be back tomorrow, and not sure who we have in here or what we're going to be talking about, but we got something.
We got something planned.
Yeah, we do. You're
We'll
live
see.
and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
I'm Chris Foster. Former Trump attorney Michael Cohen's back on the witness stand for a third day at the former president's criminal hush money trial in New York.
The Manhattan District Attorney's Office says Cohen will be the last of the 19 witnesses called to prove its case. Once Cohen's testimony is finished, the defense will present its side, and the former president's attorneys haven't indicated whether or not he